Hi, and welcome to today's video. So, you see, nothing's on the board. Earlier today, I uploaded a video about EDG, so that's on my channel from today. But this video is kind of spur of the moment. There's multiple reasons for it. I mean, the 12-17 video is almost done, but it ain't done. The research isn't done. That'll be out on Friday. The research will be done tomorrow, and so that 12-17 video will be out Friday because tomorrow I already have planned to do the power rankings. Thursday I intend on doing my minor region love video, final part of that 3-part series. And along the way doing my Worlds 2022 previews. But today I felt like, this whole Danny situation is worth discussing. I think it's a bigger thing than just that. It really sparked something in me to want to make a video about it. It's tough, and I don't have anything written on the board because really there is no script for it. Just a mess. Just a mess. You see the kid, like I mentioned after the roundup, he was very emotional after the series against TL. And I said in my video, he and Han struggled. Going into it, I said that both of these players struggle under pressure. I remember reading and hearing that Danny was struggling at MSI with, just like maybe the pressure, and it was, you could see it in his play. He's just missing skill shots. I remember the Ezreal skill shots missing, and even JoJo missing skill shots in group stage, and in Rumble stage they got better, and people are gonna say, oh well, G260, well, like, that's just not what this is about. They're two young kids, and I think about T12 and Guma and Owner and Zeus. They are young kids. Keria, young. Like, all these kids are young. Inspired is relatively young still. But these guys are all 18, 17, just turning 19 years old. Like, they are kids, and it boggles my mind. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm a grown-ass man by comparison, right? So when I say a player stinks, I'm saying it from a position of I suck at the game by comparison. Mentally, somebody can criticize your build, somebody can criticize your draft, things that you can easily control, right? Champion selection, to a degree, you can control. So when people complain about this, well, yeah, I think you have the right to, you have the right to do it, and you have the right to complain about anything you want or talk any crap you want to a player, I guess, within reason. But it's just like, it comes so often from a place of hypocrisy, it's just like, it's disgusting. And you see this past week, T1 swapping coaches out, Polt's out, Benji's in, and the reason why they did that was because they want to make sure that if something happens at Worlds, that, okay, well, we have a respected person in the spot that we can, that people aren't going to flame. Maybe we won't have trucks outside our facility anymore because the fans are absolutely outrageously off, like off their rocker. Like, it just, you're criticizing 18 and 19-year-olds, and it's coming like from a sports perspective, right? So, you watch sports, you say, oh my God, how'd you miss that throw? Oh my God, how did you drop that ball? How did you do this? How did you do that? And it's like, you think about like pro sports. I think about North American pro sports. Football, youngest player, 21, sometimes 20 years old, but more often than not over 21 years old before they ever play a game. 21 or over. NBA, 19, 20, 21. Hockey, sometimes 18, which is the comparison I'm going to draw here. And baseball, usually in their 20s. Seldom do you really find a player very, very young in their late teens in baseball. So it's more hockey and basketball. The hockey even more so. You will find 18-year-olds that do not have a day of college playing NHL hockey in North America. And it's like, it's funny because from like my perspective, I'm like, develop, let them develop, let them develop. You know, a player could come in and have a lot of hype, but it's like, let them develop. And you look at EG and you look at T1 and you see the kids, and it's like nobody wants to let them develop. And it's almost like T1 are damned for doing so well so early. Like they set themselves up for a situation where they cannot have issues. Like you are at God tier automatically because you did so well right away. You know, like they're damned almost for going undefeated during spring. Like if someone told me, hey, we have a couple rookies on our roster and we're going to go undefeated, we're going to finish second in MSI, how in the hell can you not be like excited about that? Like, of course you're going to be excited. And how are you not excited about a team like that going to Worlds a second time? I mean, going to Worlds in second place. Losing to Gen G, that everybody that has any sense knows that Chovy and Ruler are insane at the game. Like, they are cracked. Lehens is cracked. And it's like, how can you, like, it just... and then it's like, okay, well, they're delusional. Whatever. Okay. And they look at EG. North America... I mean, the joke is no one cares about North America, but obviously people care because it's gotten to the point where we have players literally saying, I have to step down because the heat is too hot. And it's like, okay, well, why did this happen? How did this happen? And it's like, well, you know, all these teams have sports psychologists and things like that, but if we've known that this has been happening for a while, why hasn't it been, like, you know, worked on? Improved, prevent this from ever happening. And it's like in the social media age, you really can't. I mean, there are trolls out there. I mean, hell, I get trolls. I might get a troll on this video and I don't really give a shit because they already gave me a view and a view pays me, so fuck you is pretty much how I feel about it. Thank you for the money and come back and respond to my comment again because I'm going to get more views. And it's like, so I look at a situation like these guys, and it's like they're kids. They haven't gotten to a point where they can just blow off this stuff. And not only that, it's nowhere near comparison because, like, you say to yourself, you know, somebody will give this, say, well, I can give them crap. You know, I can play 2 champions at League of Legends at a master, grandmaster level, GM level. You can play your 2 champions, real cool. Now I want you to ban those 2. Pick something random and try and win your Chal game or your GM game. Like, go. Try and win it. And then go try and win it when you have 100 people watching you. 500 people watching you. 100,000 people watching you. Like, you're going to shit your pants. You're going to shit your pants. And you're a grown-ass man, likely, by comparison to him. And, I mean, obviously, that's not being fair. There are many women that play the game, but I really doubt that they're flaming an 18-year-old kid. I just don't think that they're doing that. I doubt people in the queer community are flaming an 18-year-old kid. I doubt it. I mean, I'm sure it happens across the board, but I doubt it, right? So it's like these people are like just flaming the crap out of this kid, and it's like he's playing the game probably better. His crap play is probably better than your best play. And if it isn't, why aren't you streaming it so you can get noticed, so you can get paid? Well, no, it's just, you're full of shit. And it sucks. This has gotten to this point where this kid feels that he's got to take a break. It's really shitty. Because, you know, like I even said, you know, hey, I said it. He didn't play very well. He struggled. I could have said he sucked or stunk. I said Hans stunk. But I suck at the game as well. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm better than them. I just know that they struggled that day. And it's all about development, especially for Danny and for Guma and for Zayas and for JoJo and Owner and all the players that are still so young at the game. And it's like, Well, why doesn't he play more champions? The kid's 18 years old. How many champions are you playing at your age? How many champions do you feel comfortable with pulling out in solo queue at your dog shit level, let alone at a pro level? Oh, well, he gets paid. Oh, well, you could get paid too if you got good, but you're not good. So, what the fuck? Like, it's fucked up. It really is. This video is not going to be monetized because I went into it figuring I wasn't going to monetize it, and then halfway through the video I said, fuck it, I'm just going to speak, that I can't. It's just so, it's too bad, because going into this tournament, and hopefully everything works itself out, and at Worlds, Danny can play, and he can feel free to play, and, the pressure's going to be there, but he can play and feel comfortable playing the game at his highest level, at his capability. Because you look at JoJo and you look at him, there's two very different players here. JoJo, who knows? Because you don't know mental health behind the scenes, right? And I'm not going to throw anything out there, but you don't know, because JoJo sometimes is pretty laid back, and other times he's going to be cocky and call players out, and he's got that attitude about him. Where Danny is playing, and he doesn't really, they're two very different, from the outside, two very different people, right? Two very different kids in that way. And while they're handling this moment and handling the spotlight, and I just want them to be able to develop and be given an opportunity to get better. This is not an NA team of the past. Could the results be the same? Absolutely. I'm not saying that this team's going to go on a run and do whatever. I'm just saying that, we got to give 18-year-olds a shot at this. Give them a chance to have off games and off series, because this is a big ass moment for an 18-year-old kid that you will never have, and that is probably why you're so upset about it. And it's just I don't know. This is just this is just silly. It is truly silly that people feel this way, and it's like, so say, oh well, co-streamers do it. Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I was thinking about it. I'm like, it's not great. You still should let the kids develop, right? It's not taking that away. That's still the point, right? And if somebody else, they have been in that kid's shoes. The co-streamers that have played at a pro level have been in that kid's shoes. So they at least understand what goes on. They understand the pressure. And they know some players can't handle that pressure. So from an outside perspective of never having to do anything in your life in front of thousands or millions of people, you have no idea what it's like to sit in that chair and play that game. No idea, because you barely can play your game at a consistent level in your basement, in your bedroom, in a PC cafe, or whatever. So it's whatever. So that's this video. It's kind of a rant. I had said in the Discord I was going to do a rant about this. We've been talking about T1 and trucks for a while now, joking around, I guess, joking around about this sort of stuff happening, the kids being chased from their buildings, and death threats and things like that. I mean, come on, that sort of crap is not funny. Frankly, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that actually it's worse than pro sports. Pro sports, you don't even see that crap. So it's just it's embarrassing. Apparently people care about NA because it's gotten to the point where Danny has had to step down that for at least a week, or the finals, the biggest moment of the split for him. And it's because that people care so much that they felt the need to get after him to the point where he felt this way. So it's just really sucky. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video, dislike the video. I don't care. Like I said, you already viewed it. So, and I didn't get paid because I'm not monetizing it, right? Well, you already viewed it. So that looks good for me. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope you come back for more content.